Yeah, I mean, it's wild to think it's been 12 years, right? This is the 12th annual Team Jack Gala, and it's the first one without our namesake, right? I mean, a guy that without him and the vision that him and Andy had, none of us would be standing in this room. The advancement of the things we've been able to do to fight this disease wouldn't be where they are, and just knowing that he's not here, Andy's not here with us in person, but it's a heavy thing to think about, but we're just so thankful for the fight that those guys started that we're going to continue to try and finish.
What would you say to Jack right now, if you could, and the impact that he's making, all these people that show up and the millions of dollars that have been raised in his name?
It was funny. Every year you could tell, like, as Jack got older, he wanted it to be less and less about him, right? It was less and less about me, Jack Hoffman, and more about the cause and the families that are fighting for this cause, the children that are fighting for this cause. And, I believe that Jack would be happy with the event and with Kylie and everyone that's in control of the organization, where it's going, where it's headed. I think Jack would be extremely happy to be able to look back and see the impact and the legacy that he has for helping beat this awful disease.
Well, when you think back to 2011 and that spring game, or 2013 and that spring game, what comes to mind most when you think about Jack's run?
I think about the spontaneity of it all. Right, Bo Pelini coming in like the night before the spring game, like, hey, here's what we're doing. We're going to do it. And I was like, oh, that's freaking awesome. Like, why? Of course, why wouldn't we do that? Right, and to think that such a minor moment, a minor thought, sparked into millions of dollars raised, foundations cause, people like Kirk, who's going to come in and speak, and I think back to like Alex Smith and the amount of just the gravity in which it's reached out to not just here in Nebraska, but across the entire nation has been incredible. And we're just so thankful that Bo allowed that to happen, that the Hoffman family allowed that to happen. We got to use that as a platform and a jumping off point for this raising all this money.